Now it's time to break it.
Hello and welcome back to the Split Screeners podcast. We are your hosts, Zach Renner.
Hiya.
Aaron Lazaros.
Hey-o.
Gavin Campbell.
Hello.
And I am Nick. We are going to start off the day with movies, so stay tuned. We're going to be breaking down some movie news, talk about what we've watched this week, and we're going to discuss our latest movie bookie, where we watched Goonies, like a movie book club. It's super fun. That's something that we're doing every week. Before we get started, I have another random question. I've been thinking of these all week, so I can have a stupid question to ask you guys before I
That's not very random.
Yeah.
Top 3 fast food breakfast items. You have to name where they come from and what the item is.
Top 3 fast food breakfast items?
Yeah. I went to Taco Bell this morning for breakfast, and I got a breakfast Crunchwrap, and I was like, I think this is one of my favorite breakfast food items. So I was like, that'd be a good question.
McGriddle.
Yeah.
One of those pancakey ones.
Yeah.
What are those called?
McGriddles.
Oh,
You were right.
I was like, what? You're like still guessing like a McGriddle, I think?
Something just sounded off on it. But yeah, those McGriddles are good. McMuffin. And some French toast sticks.
Anywhere specific?
French toast sticks.
Or just French
I would
toast?
probably say Jack in a Box, but it's been a long time.
Hmm.
But that used to be my favorite French toast sticks. Around here, I get them at Sonic.
I agree with you on the McGriddle. I think that's my number 1 item of all time.
Yeah.
Breakfast Crunchwrap I think would be number 2. Those are just so good. And then Sonic has these breakfast toasters.
Yes.
And their breakfast sandwiches on the Texas toast, and they're phenomenal.
They also make a really good breakfast burrito.
Yes,
that's
they do.
in Tori's top 3.
I forgot about that.
So
I'm going to say from... Oh, did you go yet?
No, go ahead.
I was like...
Los J's also has a good breakfast burrito.
Los J's has a great breakfast burrito.
I was like... Los A's has better ones, in my opinion, but...
Los J's and Los A's.
Fuck. It's actually hard. I had an idea. Go, Zach.
So I'm going to have to put the Crunchwraps on from Taco Bell as my number 1, but I started doing this the last couple times I go there. So I usually get the easy jalapeno sauce because it gives me kind of like indigestion.
Mm-hmm.
But I get the sausage one and I add bacon to it.
Ooh, that's smart. Because I love the bacon ones. Those are
So
probably my
good.
favorite, but...
Then I would have to do the steak breakfast burritos from El Rancheritos in Salt Lake. Those big burritos that we got, they were literally the size of your forearms.
Yeah, those are bomb.
Oh, yeah. Those are good.
And then I would have to do Los J's breakfast burritos, but I'll do
I don't think I've had those.
bacon on that one with extra cheese.
Honestly, I'm going to say this, all right? So, first, the steak breakfast Crunchwrap with their breakfast salsa is one of the greatest things ever. I like the sausage and bacon ones are good, but compared to the steak, I don't know if you had the steak one.
I have.
But I think the steak's the best out of the group. Second, I had to put it on here simply because it's always what I get from McDonald's. I'm a huge fan of the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. Always have been.
I almost threw the
taste them.
McMuffins on there because I really like their McMuffins.
And then for the third one, it's rough because there's a lot of good stuff on there. There's Los A's breakfast burritos. Sonic's breakfast stuff is bomb. Wendy's has the honey butter chicken biscuit.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Tori loves that.
I love that fucking thing. Their wedges are trash, but that what? You forget about Wendy's?
No. I've never tried Wendy's. I actually just remembered one that I'll axe a burrito off later. But continue.
If I had to guess, actually, does it have to be fast food?
Yeah.
Okay, so Starvin' Arvin's has a drive-thru now. Does that count as fast food?
Yeah,
because their fucking Biscuit Supreme is fucking amazing. And I'll put that as my third then.
Alright, so I'm going to take off the Los J's breakfast burrito.
Okay.
Down in the southern states, there's a restaurant called Bojangles. They have a breakfast sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit sandwich that is phenomenal. And I would have to put that as my number 3.
Mm-hmm. Well, dope. Let's get started. I guess we're going to probably start. But before we hop in, I wanted to tell everybody, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you're new and you want.
Smash that like
updates.
button.
We're uploading 3 videos a week, so please
Yeah.
hit that bell so you're notified when we release new videos. You want to start us off?
So I want to know what you guys have been watching lately this week. Any old new movies?
Old movies.
Any new movies? And we'll talk about our
Movie, bookie.
later.
I was like, I got lots of shit. So we
All
can.
right, well let's start.
Yeah, you go.
Okay, I was like, I had to be in quarantine this week, so lots of fucking time. So I watched Nobody, which came out last year. It was alright. I watched Little Monsters, which, if you see Little Monsters, that's going to be my movie bookie. So if you haven't watched it,
Oh, I've watched that
It's-
dozens of times.
it's Angie's favorite, and I'd never seen it, and she said we have to watch it. So we watched it, and
Have you seen it?
Nope.
Oh, Zach's gonna hate that movie.
Just like the Goonies, huh?
no, it's a good.
Probably.
I enjoyed it. I ripped on it, but I rip on every movie I watch nowadays.
It's got Howie Mandel.
Yeah, Howie Mandel
Yeah.
as a fucking
Who's the kid?
monks. Oh, I cannot remember who the kid
Was
is.
it Fred Savage? Yeah, it had to have been.
It's an older movie, but it was actually really good. I had never seen it before. Like I said, my fiance said it was like her favorite. She used to watch it all the time as a kid. It's like her favorite kids like movie from when she was a kid, and it was really good. It was a little cheesy, but movies like that tend to be kids movies especially.
Yeah.
Who pissed in my apple juice? yeah. It's a fucking weird movie. It's cool.
Yeah.
What else did I watch? I watched.
Definitely inspired some Monsters Inc.
Yeah, 100%. Honestly. Oh shit! It's the snit.
Can't look it up, Zach. Gotta be surprised.
I was just looking for the poster to see if I've seen it before.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's a little bit older.
Yeah, it was 80s.
Yeah. I didn't recognize Howie Mandel at fucking all in that movie, but
You have when you hear him, you do.
yeah, when you hear him, but does not look like it at all.
No.
Oh man.
Forgot all about that movie.
Yeah. I watched some other kids movie. I watched a bunch of random fucking movies. What was it? It was bad. Oh, I watched Snow Dogs.
That's a great.
Don't you rip on that movie.
Oh, it wasn't as good as Little Monsters. But
That I agree with.
But it was very It was still enjoyable. Like I had fun watching it. It's cheesy as hell. Again,
Too cheesy
movies.
as hell.
Again, I watched a lot of kids movies because I was feeling bad and
Yeah.
comfort movies. I watched A Bug's Life. Love that movie.
Great movie.
I watched Nobody, which I thought personally was just a John Wick ripoff with the guy from
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Spot.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yep.
And it was not bad. There's a fight scene on a bus, which apparently 2021's fight scenes on buses. There's a fight scene on the bus that was pretty good. On it, because Shang-Chi also had a really
Yeah,
cool
so there's
fight
2
on the
movies.
bus. That's the only 2 that matter.
No Way Home would disagree with that.
That's true.
Way to go.
I also played a lot of games, but that's for a later episode. But those are most of the movies that I can remember off the top of my head. I watched. It was a lot of background noise while I slept, so I can only say like I watched Nobody all the way through. I watched Little Monsters all the way through. I watched Snow Dogs all the way through, and A Bug's Life all the way through. All of them solid movies. Definitely recommend them if you haven't seen them.
Okay. Nick?
Nothing that I haven't seen before. I did on a certain social media app. People play movies that are still in theaters sometimes, and they do it while they go live. And somebody was playing Spider-Man No Way Home,
Yeah.
so I watched that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But no, outside of that, we've just been watching like shows and stuff on Disney Plus. And
Anything you want to mention, or?
Dr. Pole.
Dr. Paul.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Incredible Dr.
veterinarian?
Pole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where? Jan Pole.
I try to get you
I also
Peacock for
watched
something.
No Way Home this week,
I'll give it to you.
though I did not watch it on social media. But good watching it again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was only the second time I'd seen it.
Yeah,
so
same.
It was nice to
I
see.
think I went twice to the theaters to see it.
Yeah.
And I've
I
already
might go to the theater again for sure.
I've already got it pre-ordered on the Steelbook pre-ordered, so hopefully that comes out pretty soon because I'm excited for
I
that
need
one.
to go see it in theaters again.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys
Definitely
go,
worthwhile.
I want to go too.
Yeah, it'd be good. It's the only thing I think I watched this
Yeah,
week.
I
Though I
couldn't
did
think of
not
anything.
watch a lot.
They just released the first 3 episodes of the Vox Machina cartoon, which is based off the first season of Critical Role, which is a podcast me and Gavin used to listen to quite a bit.
I'm really excited for it. I haven't watched it yet. I know I'm gonna binge it, so part of me was kind of wanting to wait till it's all out for me to just sit down and binge it.
I got a lot of shows right now, so it's a lot easier for me to watch them as they're coming out.
Yeah. But still, like, it's that specific one for me is like I loved the first season of
I do
Critical
prefer
Role.
to binge watch.
And part of the reason I want to watch it now, though, is to make sure it helps with the numbers so that they don't cancel it or something.
Oh, they've made plenty of money for multiple seasons.
I know it's Amazon. It's Amazon. Okay, I watched The Tick. I don't know if you've seen Amazon Prime's Tick.
Nope.
It's actually pretty solid for a Tick show. I loved it.
You know what's solid for a Tick show?
The Tick.
The Tick.
Yes.
Cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoon. I was like, you remind me of the cartoon. That's why I liked it so much. I was like, anyways.
I also watched Nobody with Bob Odenkirk, and I found that I really liked it. One thing that I did compare it a lot to John Wick, which after I was watching some YouTube videos, seems like a lot of people did, which is for the obvious reasons. But one thing I did like a lot was that it wasn't a complete switch from retiree to badass again. It was a pretty like general slope up to being back where he was. Like he was shaking off the rust quite a bit.
It was like I said, like I mentioned, the bus fight.
Yeah.
Very obvious that he's very rusty in it. That said, there's multiple times that when that group was getting their ass kicked, I would have just said fuck it and just left. There was no reason. Like after
The Russians, they can't just leave. They have to
one of them had a fucking knife kicked through his goddamn kneecap. He was done. He didn't stand back up the rest of that fight because he was done.
He couldn't leave.
They threw Bob Odenkirk's character through a fucking window, and he limps himself back inside, and they're inside like, what the fuck is happening? I would have just called it quits. Fuck
But I
that.
think me and my wife, it was this last week, me and my wife went and watched the new Scene 2 movie, which I was not a fan of the first one. I didn't speak because it wasn't a terrible movie. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Mm-hmm. But I really liked the second one. I thought they did the story better. I liked the characters better. Even kind of like the songs a little bit better. There's one story thread, though, like they advertised really heavily in the trailers that I thought should have lasted longer. And if they did it, like went a little bit slower with it, I thought could rival the beginning of Up in like tearfulness. But I would recommend going and see that if you like the first one, or if you even like watching DreamWorks movies. I think it's a DreamWorks movie.
I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, it's not Pixar, it's not Disney, so it's gotta be.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been watching.
Nice.
Yeah. No, we already got to you. All right.
Yes.
So news-wise,
Okay.
we did get an announcement that we're pretty excited about. Mortal Kombat 2 is officially happening at Warner Brothers. No new casting news official yet. The Rock did tease like a day or two beforehand that he was about to be in a big video game franchise movie that's really bloody and badass that he's been playing for a very long time, and it kind of lines up with Mortal Kombat. And if he was a character in there, I could see Shao Khan. And if that was to be true, I would hope that they keep the mask on. Like, I don't mind The Rock being in there.
Shao Kahn, no matter who it is, needs to keep
yeah.
himself
If Shao Kahn doesn't have a mask, we riot. And
I
you know
mean,
what? Do you know who Rock would have done better? Onaga.
Maybe.
He's big enough.
They did take his mask off, and I think in Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, but
and again, it should have just stayed on.
Yeah.
He always just needs his mask on. There's no reason to take it off.
One of the big teases from the last movie was Johnny Cage appearing in the next one.
He's up there.
He is up
Yeah,
there.
right there.
So are we going to fan cast this?
Who do you want to play Johnny Cage?
Who do I want to play, or who do I think is
I'm going to start on this end, and I think you
You
should
do both.
Yeah.
Who
Let's
you
do
think's
who you
gonna
want,
win,
who you
and then
think
who
is
you
going to
want.
be.
So, I know that other people enjoy Johnny Cage, but Johnny Cage is probably one of my favorite people in the video game franchise. So my dream casting is Ryan Reynolds. I think that I think that he has the comedy, he has the action prowess to do it. I think it would be hilarious. Realistically, when we were talking about it, it probably will be somebody that is probably unknown, because that's how a lot of the actors were in the first one.
Not necessarily unknown, but they were all martial artists. Some more known acting wise.
I was like, yeah, but honestly, I didn't know any of them personally.
No, they're bigger overseas.
And then
Hiroyuki
could totally see,
Sanada, who played Scorpion, is probably one of my favorite Asian actors.
Yeah, he is.
I was like, that's what I gathered just from like the interviews and stuff. The person that played Sub-Zero, the person that played Scorpion, both seemed like they were very good at martial arts movies, and I should probably watch more with them.
So Ryan Reynolds is your pick, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Anybody
I don't know.
Else? Runner up.
We always joke about movie castings and casting them with all WWE wrestlers, because I think that would be hilarious to do one day, just a whole movie with WWE wrestlers, the actors. But I do think that The Miz would fit in. I know that he wants to play the role, and I think that, he's funny on the TV show that he has on USA Network called Ms. and Mrs. I think he's got the body type, and obviously he has the athleticism for it. So I wouldn't be mad at that one either.
Yeah.
So for think, again, because it seems like they're trying to go for more professionally trained fighters.
Yeah.
To make the action scenes better, which is good considering it's a fighting movie. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone else refute. I was like, don't get me wrong, I love the original Mortal Kombat movie. It has its moments, but for some reason, Mortal Kombat. For some reason, people are like, it's not a fighting movie, it's like a fucking action movie, and they're different.
Yeah.
It needs to be like a martial arts movie. Well, clearly, because I think it worked really well this year. Or last year. But for I really don't know who. Maybe John Cena, I could see that. I was like, he has the body type for it.
He might be a little bit too big to play Johnny.
I think so, too.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, remember when we got the little teaser, when it didn't have anybody picked, they had Johnny as a pretty big motherfucker. Like, his hand, he was a pretty stacked motherfucker, even though it didn't show us, like, the face, and I know it was, like, just, like, a general thing, but he was a pretty big guy. But I don't know who I'd like. Ryan Reynolds, I'd love to see him, because I think he could do a lot of the back talking really well. And for the most part, Ryan Reynolds is pretty good about his action and participating in that. And I could actually see Ryan Reynolds actually going maybe a little extra mile and taking professional classes just to perform better. Ryan Reynolds generally, with a few hit and misses, tends to be very committed to his work.
Yeah.
And I could see him wanting to take.
Well, this is something that he said he would like to do.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a passion project, kind of like Deadpool, we know how Deadpool worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. He would put in the extra mile to make it like work, which I think would be really nice.
So Ryan Reynolds seems to be the favorite so far. Aaron?
So I was trying to think of who would fit. I tossed a few in here that I was thinking about. Miz, I can see it. He's probably not my top pick for it, but I could see him actually doing it, pulling it off. Ryan Reynolds, I think if they want to lay heavily into the comedic tones of Johnny Cage, he has the look and could nail that delivery, and if he was serious about it like Deadpool, could definitely see some good stuff. Some others I was thinking of, off the beaten path, Jensen Ackles. I could kind of see him doing this kind of role. He's good at his he's good at his comedic delivery, but he can kick ass.
Oh yeah.
He's got a good enough look to be the pretty boy movie star, so I thought he'd be a good pick.
Yeah.
They haven't started filming. They're still writing right now. They're like beginning the writing process, so it would probably work time wise, because currently he's still working on The Boys season 3, which should be out in June, I think.
Yeah.
But I
really
really
Johnny
like that.
Cage is killing Cole.
So I was thinking him. I could see that working really well if he was into it. Then my other two I was just kind of spitballing were Chris Pratt, again more of comedic, and Channing Tatum.
I'm not sure how well Chris Pratt would do with the action portion of it.
Not sure. But those were the 4 I was thinking.
I was like, I don't know if any of you watched Guardians of the Galaxy lately, but he does get a lot of cuts in his action scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot.
Well, Marvel, other than
That's what
saying
Stunt
she
Doubles
does
are
that
for.
quite a bit.
Well, I know, but like, part of what I think made Mortal Kombat so much fun is they didn't do the double
No,
things.
which is why they're going to probably just go with the martial artist, like they did for the first movie. But out of known actors and that, those are the 4 that I would pick.
I mean, we kind of joked around about it. Like, I like The Miz. Jason Ackles is a great pick that I didn't even think
Yeah, I
about.
don't think anybody's really thought of him, but I think he'd nail it.
We kind of joked about it a little bit, but Tom Cruise would be kind of a funny one.
Yeah.
But then I know. But then earlier during
He's
Royal
got
Rumble,
other movie obligations right now.
yeah, during Royal Rumble, me and Aaron were kind of joking back and forth about what if they did Johnny Cage a little bit differently, where they had like the main actor and then the stunt double.
Yeah.
So like you'd have your main face, say Jason Ackles, and then Tom Cruise was this overhyped
His stunt ball. That would be
stunt double.
actually really good.
And like whenever you'd get to the part where he does the finisher, he would come in and do the finisher for him. I think that'd just be a kind of funny comedic.
That would be. See,
I'd be all in on Tom Cruise.
But like,
stunt
I don't
double.
see that actually
No,
happening.
it would put too much on the comedic tone, and they're not
But-
going to do that.
I do think Jason Ackles is my new favorite.
Yeah, I think Jensen
The
Ackles
Miz.
would nail it.
The Miz was my first one, but
I've heard other ones, like I know that Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy, they've thought about.
I'm trying to think of any like UFC fighters.
I just showed
that
Aaron
might be able to.
Jason David Frank from Power Rangers. That would be
And
phenomenal.
I'd just like to see him in any role.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be Johnny. It'd be cool to see him.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm so excited that they're making a second one and they announced it. That
Yeah.
I mean, as long as Johnny Cage is in it, I'm happy. I don't care.
What always got me was like reviewers were like brutal to Mortal Kombat. Like a lot of the reviewers seem to not really understand like the fucking source material.
No, they never knew.
And I think that's a big reason because it did very well with fans of Mortal Kombat, but it didn't seem to do very well with
Do you have any other
other
characters?
people.
I've got a few.
Well, let's see here. Who would you want to show up in the next movie, character-wise? Because we're already thinking Shao Kahn.
Shao Khan would be good as far as actors for him. The Rock's been teased. The other 2 I was thinking that could probably do it would be Josh Brolin. I could see him
He's got a
doing
chin
that.
for that.
He's got the chin for it. Or Jason Momoa, if he channeled a little of that Dothraki again. That would be fitting of Shao Kahn. Those are the only 2 I could think of offhand.
I think while we were texting back and forth the day it got announced, I did say something about John Cena. But like again,
Now, John Cena, I think, would make a really good Curtis Stryker.
ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think he
actually.
would kick ass as Curtis Stryker. Get him in a tight shirt cop uniform.
Now we're just getting too sexy.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Anybody else got any for Shao Kahn, though?
so I'm trying to think of.
Some wrestler. I know people have been talking about Batista. I just think he's a little too short and
Yeah.
stocky for in the wrong areas. I mean, he's
Because I know he
shredded.
really wants to do a Gears of War movie.
Yeah,
it's like
it's
his
gotta
dream
happen
role.
someday.
I was like,
He could be Dom.
Oh yeah, that's the role he's going for.
I was like, look, I'll give any actor that says that their dream, like I like Batista
Yeah.
for the most part, but any actor that says like their dream role is this, generally speaking, give them a chance. Because if they're passionate about it,
And
they can
let-
make some real crazy shit happen.
Let
I
them
think he'd be
produce
great
it as
at
well.
Yeah.
Um, from what I was reading online, the Rock thing they think could be a Call of Duty movie coming out.
Could be Call of Duty, could
What
be
about
Gears.
What about Steve Austin? What about Stone Cold as Shao Kahn?
No.
Maybe he just got
Shao
cast in a
Kahn
Mario
can't be
movie.
pounding beers on the screen.
Sure, you can.
That'd be fucking great.
if they
He's just a
wanted-
drunk.
If they wanted to take Shao Kahn kind of in a different direction, Terry Crews would be great, I think.
What was that? I was like,
Terry Crews definitely has the body type for it,
Yeah.
and
I was like, see, my
definitely has the voice for it.
I always go to wrestlers. So
It's alright.
I was thinking about
They
that.
use them a lot, especially
That big
in stuff like
motherfucker that
this.
was in the Rumble.
Big E?
Royal Rumble. Oh, Rumble.
Oh no.
Yeah, the really.
You're talking about the one that's taller than Biggie.
Yeah, like the 7 foot.
Omos.
Omos.
Godzilla.
Omos is Shao Kahn. Just
Yeah,
because
I'm trying
he's
to think of,
giant.
like other big actors out there that
That's
are
tough.
stocky.
Arnold could do it.
Oh God,
I don't know. He's
20
No.
years ago.
I could not-
With the
I
helmet
could-
on, it's okay.
I could not get past the fact that Arnold was doing it. He was doing it.
we get
Finish him.
no.
Finish him now.
No, we get Arnold as Shao Kahn, and then he gets like the fight happens in New York, and someone asks for bucks and dough. And they're like, bucks, dough. What are we talking about? And then he smashes the.
So past Shao Kahn,
We
another
won't-
character.
We haven't seen any of his daughters yet, so we haven't seen Kitana.
Well, we've seen Melina. Kitana, I don't know. It'd be cool to have a good Asian actress,
but
martial artist.
having had Melina in there already, they would almost have to have Sissy Stranger
Mm-hmm.
come in. I think that's how you say her name.
Sounds right.
Yeah, you would have to have her come back and play like a cleaned up version, since she's a clone of Kitana.
Yeah.
Jade would be cool.
I was like, I know that she's a clone of Katana. I never really thought they looked similar, regardless of the mouth thing. I never thought they really looked that similar. I always kind of took it since Melina's more of a creation in the lab. That she doesn't have to look like they don't have to get the same person.
Ooh, I do have one that I want to see. Bo Right Show.
Who do you want to play?
Mick Foley.
I was thinking
Jack Black.
Oh fuck.
Now
Jack
I get
Black
away
is
from fighters.
one of the ones I have written down.
That would be
Jack, I
phenomenal.
have Benedict Wong and Jack Black.
Ooh, Benedict
Oh,
Wong
that would be
hilarious.
good.
I would really enjoy Jack Black.
Jack Black would
Again,
be
if we turn this into a comedy
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, that's the
Well, Bull
problem.
Ray
is
Tro's
because-
always been kind of a. Well, I mean, he's serious, but
yeah.
he has the comedy
He is a
aspect.
comedic relief
So,
character.
so I mean,
just like Johnny.
I think that he could do it.
But he could do it. It would just again take the emphasis off of the
Yeah.
serious tone.
Which,
So
I mean-
my other choice was Benedict Wong.
Which would be great. He's
I think
fantastic.
he'd nail that.
And if you wanted to go a little bit more serious, I think that's definitely the route.
Yeah, because he could do both.
Yeah.
Jack Black could only do one. Another one doesn't really. For Kenshi, I thought Keanu Reeves.
I was
would
just
be-
looking at his name
They-
like Keanu Reeves.
He would
perfect.
nail that.
They did
100%.
fan casting
He's not
before the
Japanese, but he'd nail it.
before the first movie came out. There were people doing a bunch of design concepts and drawing actors as Mortal Kombat characters, and that was like the most popular one was Keanu
Reeves.
Kenshi. And it looked so fucking
I
good.
put those up here somewhere if I can find them.
I was like, yeah, because
Yeah, because they had
I
like
think
The
he
Rock
did
and Shao Kahn.
Oh,
And,
did they?
yeah,
Nice.
that was before the first one even came out. Yeah,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves would be great as Kenshi.
That would be so cool.
If they recast anybody, I could see Terry Crews being an awesome Jax.
Oh yeah.
But
That
I think
was the
they're
dream.
Jack.
I
Yeah.
like the
thought
Jax.
The
really
Jax
good.
was good. I liked all the
I'm
actors
assuming
in the
they're
first
all
one.
coming over.
I like.
hopefully.
I love the Kano. See, that's why I think Jack Black being Bo Cho could work. I was like, well, with Kano and everything, because Kano had if they had Bo Cho play the role that Kano played in this one, which is the comedic relief. Then, yeah.
From what I was reading, this one should be focused more on like the actual tournament.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
See,
this was before the first tournament.
Yeah,
so it has
this
to
was Shang Tsung trying to cheat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's-
it was.
that-
It
that's
had
what-
it on prequel.
That's what
basically.
makes trying to find characters you want to add into this movie hard, because
What
there's
about-
certain characters that can't come in till after the tournament.
Depending how they can go on their own tangent.
Yeah.
So, but if they stick to the game structure, true.
I mean, we could start bringing Kwanji to kind of whisper in the
Who would you
Scorpion's.
want Kwanji to be? I picked Ralph Fiennes. I think that's how you say
Oh.
it.
Fine.
Yeah, the guy who
Lines.
played.
Yeah,
that'd be-
guy who played Voldemort.
Voldemort. I think he's got that creepiness that would be good with
I
Kwanji.
hate that it came up first in my mind.
Family.
God damn.
Yeah, well, we're on the same page.
I thought
Vin Diesel.
I have him on my list, but not as Kwanji. I have him as Baraka.
Ooh, that'd be cool too.
Vin Diesel could do Baraka.
Yeah.
See, I thought bald and pale.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Diesel popped up in my head.
Actually,
and I
Jason
hated
Statham popped up first, and I was
Oh,
like,
no.
no.
Hey,
And then Vin Diesel popped in.
see, do you know what popped in my head first? Sir Ian McKellen. Now, not to play him, just that's what popped up when he said ball.
it. You know what? Jason Statham could be a decent pick for Johnny Cage because he could play a douchebaggy actor.
Yeah.
And he's pretty good at martial arts.
I will give him that.
He's not American. Johnny's very much the American. American Hollywood douchebag.
Chris Evans could do Johnny, I think, pretty well.
Chris Evans, Pine, they can both do it.
God, who was I just thinking about?
I
was starting to think about superhero movies, and I wanted to see Hugh Jackman as Kano, but I still want to throw Hugh Jackman in there.
Yeah, I don't know who he'd be, but it'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
The only other two, I have Nightwolf, Taylor Lautner. What do you guys think of that?
Do you know he like
actually Team Nightwolf. I'd get t-shirts made.
Team Nightwolf. I mean, he's already been a wolf once, so it works.
And he was damn good at it.
Yeah.
Do you know he like just never left his house after that because he hated everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
I don't blame him.
He like paid people to go to the grocery
And then the
store.
other one I wrote down was Chinook, Mads Mikkelsen. I think he could do that pretty well.
Yeah.
And he could get his eyeliner and everything on however he wants.
Why can't I remember his fucking name? Big Dick plays the Green Goblin.
Willem Dafoe.
Who could William Dafoe play in the Mortal Kombat universe? Because I think he'd do a good villain.
Kwanji.
He would.
Throw him on
The Collector. Collector.
I think he could do
See on the horror?
No,
The
Willem
six
Dafoe.
arm.
The one that I played with all the time. That I got good with and changed all that bullshit.
I don't think there'd be a lot of martial
William Dafoe
arts.
could probably do Shao Kahn. Just Shao Kahn freaking out on everybody.
He's not even standing straight in one scene. He's just like fucking like sulking around. Finish him, damn you!
So I was just thinking this would probably have to be like 4 or 5 movies into the series. But for the Chronica, Tilda Swinton.
Tilda.
Yeah, she's the ancient one in Doctor Strange.
I just want Onaga. I don't know why I want him. I love Onaga.
Onaga's concept and storyline's cool.
I know!
I didn't like his design.
No!
Or his mechanics.
No! But he like everything about him is cool, but just not the execution.
Yeah. So it'd be cool if we got that far. We need a new Sub-Zero.
Ooh.
Which could be the brother.
Ooh, Jason Momoa as Nightwolf. I don't mind though.
I don't mind that either. But I still think... Yeah, he'd be good in a lot of roles. But yeah, we need the younger brother Sub-Zero because the old one's going to be Noob Saibot now.
Yep.
William Dafoe is Ermac.
So we need somebody to take on the role. William Dafoe. I mean, I'm down because I love William Dafoe.
And he could have a double without anyone noticing.
Nightwolf, Danny Trejo.
Yeah!
Let's get Machete in these movies, please.
I was like, Danny Trejo.
Oh, I already know who it's going to be. Somebody put it on here. It's going to be Oscar Isaac.
Oh,
he's
he's
in
got to
everything.
have a role. He is in everything now.
Danny
Who do you want
Trejo.
Oscar Isaac to play?
Oscar Isaac.
Because
He'll show up.
He could be Shao Khan.
He's the next big thing.
Danny Trejo can just show up as Danny Trejo.
That's true.
I'd be fine with that.
That'd be hilarious.
Like
In the
introducing
next fight, Johnny Cage versus Danny Trejo.
or just his Machete character.
Yeah, he could come in.
Because if he plays a villain, he writes in his contracts that the villain has to die. If he plays a villain, he has to die. So
come up with one.
No.
So it's just being
For
like
who?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Like, can you just imagine Shao Khan standing up there? Who might be The Rock? Who might be John Cena? Who might be The Miz? Who knows? But I'm joking.
I'm trying
and he's just
not-
like, next fight.
I'm trying not to think of characters that have already been cast in the movie because those actors will be coming back.
Yeah, hopefully they all come back. I don't want to have recasts.
Please. Yeah, no
preferably.
recasts.
I think 90% of it was cast perfectly.
Yes. You guys
Scorpion
just don't like Cole Young.
all of them.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Cole
He
Young.
was
either.
cast just fine. He's a good martial artist and a good actor. I just don't like the character.
So do you know how Johnny Cage should be introduced in the new movie? By killing Cole in the first 5 minutes.
Not happening. But I hope there's a lot less emphasis on Cole and his family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he was a throwaway insert character to tell a story that Johnny could have done. Johnny could have been new to this world, coming out of Hollywood, and been the same framing device, but better.
Fuck it. You know what? Let's
Oscar Isaac, Johnny
Oscar
Cage.
Isaac playing Kwanji.
All right. I could see that.
I mean, he not the best job, but he did Apocalypse.
Yeah, and he was bald there.
Yeah.
Instead of blue, he's going to be painted white.
Yeah, with some black lines here and there.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I could see it.
Or,
he did fine in the role. It was just a terrible script.
Yeah.
Let's just get
Chinook,
Chris Hemsworth. But I want Chris Hemsworth as playing Fat Thor to play Bo Raicha. I want Chris Hemsworth, Fat Thor, Bo Raicha.
I could see that.
Yeah.
We'll just get all the Chris's in this movie.
Yeah. That has to happen
Someday.
It would be the new No Way Home.
It'll be called the christening.
We'll get Hemsworth, Pine, Pratt, and Evans.
Isn't there another one?
There's gotta be, but those are the big four right now.
Yeah.
I felt like there was another big one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I think that's all. Yeah.
It's the big four.
Yeah. All right. One last question about Mortal Kombat. So there was a few characters who died in the last one. Who do you want to come back? And if there's not somebody you want to come back, who do you want to not show up?
Well, I mean, half of them have to come back because they're important characters to the original tournament, unless they're totally changing the story. Out of them, I want Reptile to come back and not be a total pushover piece of shit lizard guy.
My headcanon for that was it was the same species of reptile, or a different species that looked like it could be reptile, but fans didn't like it. They could go a different direction.
You know, every game in the story mode where Reptile's a part, that's my headcanon too. Yeah, that's not him. They wouldn't do him dirty like that. Again and again and again.
I did not see any acid bombs.
Right. I want Ninja Reptile. He got...
Technically.
But I need him to come back.
I think
he died, Kano died, Kung Lao died, Reptile died. I mean, everybody fucking died.
Goro.
I think Kano's the only one that wasn't
the
a
Reptile wannabe died.
The flying bitch that Kung
Natara, who just got to swoop down and die.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a cool kill, though.
Yeah.
Oh, this is slightly off topic. Joseph Gatt as Kwanji.
I don't know who that is.
I was like, he's in Dumbo. I don't see what else he's in. Z Nation. I watched that shit.
If I had somebody come back, it would be Melina.
But I mean, here's the thing.
He was also in porn.
Yeah.
He was also in some porns.
Maybe not all of them, but a handful are coming back.
Melina
but I mean,
would probably be the less
Kwanji.
likely to come back unless they just another clone.
They can just say, "Ooh, we got a clone again."
As Kwanji?
Well, he's bald.
Well, he's bald. He's also ripped, and but not like the bulky ripped. He's like a very lean ripped, which Kwanji is.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter though. He's just got a spiky armor.
Right. Well, it depends because remember, there's a little bit that he goes shirtless, with just the bottoms on.
Yeah. Kung Lao died too.
Kung Lao did die.
Which is
I would want him to come back.
I want Kano back.
I think a lot of people are gonna come back somehow or another.
One way or another, whether they're back to normal or twisted evil, who knows?
Hopefully
they don't make it really.
Do we get zombie Kung Lao?
I hope.
And then we get zombie Liu Kang.
I hope not. That's too early.
With the chains.
Fire God Liu Kang.
But we'll see.
I do want to see this movie at least get a trilogy, but I think perfectly it would get 5 movies.
God, and if they do them right,
If they do them right, they'd have this going for a long time.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, but we'll
When we
see.
talk about Mortal Kombat 12 and how we're over this franchise, just like Fast and the Furious.
I was like,
I will never feel that.
well, the nice thing is,
over that.
The nice thing is every 3 movies they restart and restart with Mortal Kombat again.
There we go.
Time travel.
Well,
Alternate universes.
It's the same shit they do in the games. They just wipe it and give us a new universe over and over and over again.
That's what happened at the end of 11, if I remember.
Yes.
Kung Lao is now chosen as Liu Kang's predecessor. Oh, because Liu Kang went back to when they were training as kids at the end of the game, and I think chose Liu Kang instead, or no, Kung Lao instead.
Oh my God.
The names are getting mixed up.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. if I remember right.
I don't know what you're saying anymore.
It depends on which character you played as. Honestly, all he really did was restart the universe. We didn't get told anything past that.
Yeah.
I was like, if you play through the arcade
after
version,
credit scene where he does go to one of his ancestors, probably the original Kung Lao, to recruit him. I don't remember.
yeah, but because in the arcade it goes really in like arcade mode.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking the story mode.
Yeah,
well, I know,
story
but
mode's the canon.
if you beat it as the fire god, you get more of that. Which is why I'm saying I don't know if that's canon.
No,
Because he talks about how he goes back and recruits like their first great Kung Lao or whatever the fuck or whatever the fuck.
All right. Well, new releases as of this week, we haven't had any new movies in theaters that we've gone and seen. But next week we do have Moonfall and Jackass Forever. I think that's the subtitle of that movie. I'm planning to see both of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully we all four can go see both of those movies. I know tomorrow during the AFC Championship game halftime, we'll get the Halo Paramount Plus series trailer, the full trailer, so we can see more of what that's going to look like. Other than that, I don't think we have anything else big coming out soon. In the next week or two. We did have our movie bookie.
Movie bookie.
Which, that was Aaron's pick?
That was my pick.
And what did you pick?
I picked the Goonies.
Alright, well I'll have you guys go through your background first, explain why it's such an important movie to you guys.
So, I saw this movie when I was probably 4 or 5. So, young me, big fan of pirates, treasure, adventure. Definitely a good feel-good movie for me anytime I go back to it. It hits me in the nostalgia feels. Just a good little kind of Indiana Jones for kids type movie. But I know you've seen it before, right?
Alright, so here's my backstory. I watched it when I was 17. For the first time. I was already a man. Almost. I enjoyed it back then. I enjoyed it now. It's a fun movie. It's it's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
I like it has like these high stakes, but they're not like you feel they're in danger, but you don't feel, I don't know. Because it's a kids movie and everything, you don't have
fun.
It's fun. They do the thrilling right. They manage to get the villains that, I was like, for a kids movie to show a dead body with a bullet hole in it, that's always cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Or the opening scene where you think someone committed suicide. I mean, back in the day, you got away with a lot of shit.
It definitely was not PC.
No.
And it did not detract from it.
Oh no.
No, and it's fun. I was like, obviously, there's like it's not like a super deep movie. It's just a cut and dry kind of Scooby-Doo adventure pirate ship.
Yeah.
Like you're going up a treasure map.
It's a fun little adventure.
Yeah. I was like, and you know that because like all of the characters are very like they're pretty one-sided. They're their trope and that's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad with that. It works very well with this movie. But like Data is just the inventor. That's this whole thing. Chunk just eats.
I relate.
Kind of like their names are them.
Yeah, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, it worked, especially then.
Especially then. I don't know how well it would work now.
They couldn't make that now.
Yeah, no. They make fun of Data's voice, like accent a lot.
All I could think every time he talked was Indy, Mr. Indy.
Yep.
I found this crystal
Fresh
skull.
off for the heels of that. Seeing a young Josh Brolin.
Yeah. I kept being like, who the fuck?
Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Sean Astin, that young, just... It's when he was literally
who
a
played Mouth.
Mouth was Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Who
So
looks like Corey Feldman as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Nick?
Yeah. I like Aaron. This was one of my mom's favorite movies. So I watched it when I was super young. And yeah, kind of the same thing. I mean, as a 5-6-year-old boy, you know, going on an adventure with my friends to find treasure seemed like the coolest thing. What were we doing? Tori and I were listening to like theme songs, of old TV shows and stuff, and it got me thinking. And it's funny that like a lot of these things from the past when I was a kid were so like friend facing.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty much everything that I watched when I was a kid, movies and TV shows, dealt more with like the people's relationships with their friends than it did with their family, which I think is kind of translated into who I am in life. Because while I have great relationships with my family, like my friends are like I'm just so happy with the group of friends that I have around me. So every time I watch movies like this, all I can think about is like who's who in my friends group, and it's just so much fun, man. Is it cheesy? Yeah, it's cheesy. It's an 80s movie. But it's a fun adventure. It's got a good story to it. I think that the Fratellis add just the right amount of danger while kind of being clumsy and stupid like they should be. Because, again, it is a kid's movie. Mm-hmm. You don't want them actually, shooting people in the face outside of the people that are already dead.
And
off screen.
It feels very Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. I love the Fratellis, man. The mom is just hilarious, that whole movie. I love her accent and the way that they act. And
I love it.
And again, like Aaron was saying, the cast is fantastic.
Yeah. They all went on to some pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Yeah. I consider Corey Feldman because Lost Boys. Yeah. And I was like, and again, Corey Feldman built,
Now he has a fantastic band.
He does, and he's got some angels.
It's like I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure he's been through a lot of shit.
Oh, he
has.
That's a different story. He's been through a lot.
Yeah. So I try not to rip on him too hard, even though it is easy.
He was going through a lot while filming this.
Yeah. No, dude's had a rough life, but
Sean Astin, obviously the Lord of the Rings series.
Yeah. Obviously the
Stranger Things.
Well, I was going to say the biggest actor out of them, but I mean, him and Josh Brolin are probably pretty neck and neck.
Yeah.
Like, as far as, like, big movies that they've played in.
Yeah.
Sean Astin's probably more recognizable.
In recent times.
Josh Brolin, we have Jonah Hex. I mean, he was in that movie, but not a good movie. Obviously, he played Thanos in the MCU.
Cable
and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that's going to work.
No Country for Old
Find
Men.
out.
Yeah, that's
He
a
was
good
in
movie.
Dune.
Yeah.
You guys need to watch it.
So I'm looking at these, trying to see if
anyone's
like actually like really went.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's coming back in IMAX. Too bad we don't have an IMAX theater here. Just take a day trip to Denver.
Cool. Yeah, might have to if that's the case.
Before we get you, because this movie really was picked because you were the one that hadn't seen it.
Yep.
But like I did last week, I looked up Easter eggs. So I'm going to share some fun Easter eggs. There's only a couple of them. In the end of the movie, all the Goonies meet up with their families after having gone on a wild adventure in search of treasure. This scene is a neat way to see the actors' actual families. Each actor reunites with his actual parents and sometimes even siblings, except for Josh Brolin and Sean Astin, who had actors portraying their mother and father. For example, the people that Chunk hugs and receives the pizza from are in fact his actual mom and dad.
Did not know that.
I did not either. I thought that was super
That
cool.
is cool.
What I didn't realize was Data is the same kid that was doing the indie.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
Indiana
that.
Jones. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at this and I was like, how the hell didn't I
know it was
realize
the same kid.
Oh no, it totally is the same kid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. It's literally the exact same.
I thought
kid.
you knew that.
No.
Holy shit, that's funny
That
too.
is
Then.
funny, man.
Oh,
I got another actor from a different movie, but
Yeah.
Jake, the singing Fratelli brother, wears a hat the entire film. That hat is none other than the actual Indiana Jones fedora from Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom. Steven Spielberg took it from Harrison Ford's head and brought it to the Goonies filming.
I don't know why that makes me mad.
The guy that played Sloth was in.
It's a Spielberg film.
I know.
The guy that played Sloth didn't do much else.
No. In the scene where Chunk is talking to the sheriff after the run-in with the Fratellis, the cop lists all the previous stories Chunk has told the police. One of them is that Chunk alleged that there were creatures that multiply when you add water to them. This is a reference to Gremlins.
Yeah.
Chris Columbus, who wrote the story for Gremlins, he also did the screenplay for the Goonies. And
Harry Potter. I think he directed a couple of Harry Potter films.
who was in the Gremlins? Corey Feldman was in Gremlins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
then
forgot he was. But yeah.
The one that plays. Oh God, what is her fucking name?
Andy.
Steph. Another one.
Yeah.
She's actually still active.
The nerdy girl?
Yeah, she's in Raising Hope. Let's see here. I've seen Raising Hope. She was in Frozen 2, apparently. Didn't know that. Like, she's still putting stuff out, like, now. Like, there's a movie came out last year, Mask, that she's in, that apparently she's leading in. I haven't seen a lot of, and Carrie Green, the one who plays Andy, is in almost nothing.
Yeah, she's
After
not
the
done
fact.
much.
No.
She did a few things I've never heard of, but that's...
So I'm trying to see if I can find any that she's done. Remember Me? She was in Remember Me, apparently.
Last one I got, in the movie you notice that Sloth is wearing an Oakland Raiders t-shirt before he rips it off and unders the Superman t-shirt. This is because Sloth's actor, John
Konowski.
Moved to
defensive tight end.
sack.
Oh, yeah.
was a former football player for the Raiders.
So he's a defensive tight end. He died in 1989. I just found that out. Which is why he doesn't have anything after like barely anything. So...
Well, Zach, as a first-time view at 30 years old, what did you think of the Goonies?
So this is a movie that I've heard you guys talk about for decades now.
Do you know who Martha Plimpton plays in fucking Raising Hope? Have you seen Raising Hope?
Like you said, had never seen it, and
really
I think at this point I've passed the part where, like, the age where I would get really nostalgic about this movie and like have those same feelings that you guys have. But I can see where it fits in with movies like, say, Hook, Gremlins, even E.T. It definitely has that kind of feel. Watching it, and before watching it in the last episode, I kind of promised that I wasn't going to just bash on it for the sake of bashing on it or try to hate it. I did enjoy it. It's not something I'm going to seek to watch again, like over and over again, but I did enjoy it. There's definitely a lot of cheese to it. The 80s cheese.
80s charm, you
80s
mean?
charm. 80s charmy cheese. But no, it's a very likable movie. The villains were way over the top clumsy. I did like picking out actors that I've seen in other stuff, like one of the Fratelli brothers, the one with the toupee. Francis. I think.
Yeah.
He was actually the chief from the Bad Boys movies, and I didn't realize that until he started talking more frequently. I noticed that was a Donner film. Donner, I think it's Richard Donner, directed the first two Superman movies, and I thought that was why what's his name? Sloth had the Superman shirt. So I made that connection. I mean, I guess Donner did direct the second Superman movie, but it also got re-edited, and now there is a Donner cut. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not something I'm going to seek to watch over and over again, or like I'm going to make sure my kids watch. But if it's on TV and I have nothing else to do, I'll sit down and watch it.
Yeah, this is one that I watch probably once a year.
Yeah.
It's been
a couple since I've seen it. I probably haven't seen it in 4
I think I
years.
definitely watched it.
I think I'm in the same boat as you. If it came on, I'll watch it, but it's not like sort of.
But it's definitely one I will watch.
But you guys
many
have
more
the
times, and I'm going to get my son into it.
Yeah.
But unlike Zach and I, you have the childhood connection.
Yeah, I will have a
Which-
tattoo from this movie.
I like. Oh fuck! What movie
What
do
do
you
you
love?
love? The Skull or something?
I don't know. I haven't decided. When I was younger, I just wanted to get Goonies, Never Say Die, but that seems cheesy now. So, especially with all the cool stuff that's in that movie.
Yeah.
I definitely want to find something though. Because,
You could do the balloon.
yeah.
I do like seeing some of the landmarks that I've actually seen in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, that's Astoria, Oregon.
I do like seeing a lot of the landmarks that I've seen in real life. I lost my train of thought now.
Astoria, Oregon.
I did
Or
like
Astoria, Washington.
what?
I don't know which one.
It's in Oregon.
It's Oregon, yeah. I do like that because my initial thoughts before watching the movie was that Josh Brolin was going to play like a really asshole-ish brother, like over the top mean, and I like that it was more like just a bunch of people who know each other.
It was believable.
Like us with like our satellite friends all coming together.
Like they're ripping on each other, but like it's clear they all still
friendly.
care about it.
Yeah.
Like when they get down, they're like, "Where the fuck is Chunk?" Well,
As one-dimensional as they're all written in that, I still feel like it's a very believable gang
Yeah.
of kids.
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I could see that being like my older brother hanging off us if we were all kids still. And then I thought it was really funny that the first kiss happened between his younger brother and the girl he wanted.
Yeah.
Just cheesy stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun movie. It's enjoyable.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you didn't totally rip on it.
Yeah. I mean, I did make a few jokes here and there, but it was more like references to other movies that the characters were in. Like, they made a Lord of the Rings reference at one point, and when I can't remember what Josh Brolin's character was doing, but I'm like, this does put a smile on my face from the trailer from Infinity War. But yeah.
Just cut those movies together.
I kept just making the same joke over and over again. Every time it showed a really complicated piece of nonsense. That's how you open up a gate.
Yeah.
It was an overuse of Rube Goldberg, I think, devices. I think that's how you say it.
See, my favorite part, the only reason I made that final one is because I knew that it got out when they triggered that last booby trap, which isn't really a booby trap, it's just to let the ship leave. When I said that's a really complicated way to open up a gate, still true.
80s were pretty big on those contraptions, though.
Oh yeah.
I did think the mother was Meatloaf for the longest time. I kept I was trying not to reach for my phone to look because I was trying to pay attention to the movie, but I'm like, is that fucking Meatloaf?
Meatloaf and Drag.
It could be Meatloaf.
So we got Mikey, Mouth, Data, and Chunk. There's 4 of us. Who's who? I just said I do this every time I see.
See, on a very deep stomach level, I feel like I associate it with Chunk the most. But overall, I think I'd probably be the main kid.
Mikey.
I would say probably Mouth.
We're all going to be different.
I'm stuck on because I keep forgetting their names as I'm thinking of them too.
Data and Chunk are here, listen.
Data and Chunk. Probably Chunk and Data.
What are yours?
Chunk would be the obvious choice for me,
See,
but I
I'm
don't feel like I fit his character type all that well. I think Gavin is much more of a Chunk. Not in like the eating stuff all the but like the kind of clumsy.
Oh yeah. The guys, I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah.
That was a gunshot.
You're doing a better job explaining it.
Yeah, I agree because he was my Chunk choice.
I think Aaron is Mouth.
Okay, Nick and I are spot on. Well, we'll find out real quick.
I like when he's going around the house and he's speaking to the Spanish lady and he's telling her like that's just something I can see Aaron doing.
I've seen that scene alone.
Yeah.
Is why I thought.
I think you're Data 100%, and then I like to think I'm Mikey.
Yeah, that was my lineup. I was curious if Nick was gonna.
See, I've seen you go like through the drive-thru and use different voices for everyone. And
That's me.
That's why I like.
Yeah.
You've also seen me do that.
But I've seen him do it better.
Oh, fuck off. You don't get the... Have you... Fuck off.
Gavin?
I was like, honestly, I haven't thought about it that much. Yours makes the most sense out of them. I don't see him as a Data that much.
I don't see him as much as the inventor type, but like the...
Obsessive type?
Kind of rushing us along, like, guys, they're coming! And like, saying shit that we have to correct them on all the time.
I'll be honest.
Oh, you know what? That's fair.
I'm planting booty
My
traps.
reasons
You mean
for
booby
you
traps?
being
That's what I said,
Data
booty
was
traps.
because that was the only one left.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a strong reason for you being Data. I'll go with that. Whereas I had for him Mouth, I had him
Or
Mikey
Chunk.
kind of like
Your mouth.
Sorry, Chunk. Mikey kind of getting everybody motivated, pumped, togetherness.
I was like,
Do that, and then me just for being an asshole.
Yeah.
I was like, I
Mouth to a
am
T.
clumsy, and if I was with you guys, like, I think I did it a lot when we were doing the fucking haunted, when we were running around to the haunted places. I was joking around with you guys a lot too, but like, I was still like, I don't know if this is a good idea. Please stop. Stop.
Plus.
And then of course I would see the fucking bullet hole there and be like, guys, you tell me to shut the fuck
I
up.
could see you as Sloth though, especially in the Superman shirt.
I can see him as Brand.
I hate Superman.
You love DC.
I was like, I can see him as Brand.
There you go.
Alright.
You can be over there working out.
Yeah. Chasing after the ladies.
Then we'll make Gavin Data, and we'll make Angel. chunk.
Oh yeah.
Angel would be a good chunk.
He could do the truffle shuffle.
Realistically, too, out of the four of us, Gavin would be the one that would become friends with Sloth. 100%.
Oh yeah,
True.
Easily. I would
True.
immediately try to befriend Sloth.
Yeah.
Sloth's a badass.
All right.
Me, I'd be trying to put it down.
Yeah, immediately I'd be like, oh, what's up?
All right, Aaron.
Especially
so,
after I see him rip.
Yeah.
like we said last week, I started it out, and then I got to pick Aaron. Aaron's gonna pick one of you two, and then obviously who he doesn't pick will go last, and then we're just gonna keep that same rotation. So, Aaron, who were you picking for next week?
I guess it's just back to Nick.
It's just gonna be me and Aaron picking movies that Zach hasn't seen.
I like this rotation.
Hey, I was gonna pick a movie Zach hasn't seen.
Okay, well, I'll go with Gavin then.
Alright.
And then it'll be Zach.
Sure.
Keep the rotation.
Alright. Originally when I thought about this, I was gonna pick Velocipaster. But I watched Little Monsters this week, and I want everyone to watch it again.
Okay.
I loved it. It's Little
Well,
Monsters.
Zach hasn't seen it.
It's on HBO Max.
And I picked you just because you kind of teased what you were doing.
Yeah.
I teased what I was doing. We'll find out if Zach teases his or not.
I was like, originally, like I said, I was going to do Velocipaster. That's probably going to be what it is next. I love that movie. It's awful.
It is awful.
It is awful. It's fun, though. But I enjoyed Little Monsters more than I thought I would. At first, I was like, this is kind of fucking silly. And
Zach's up for 2 80s movies in a row.
I will have
it's
to.
different from Goonies entirely.
I will have to change the decade quite a bit.
Are you going to choose John Wick so he'll
No,
finally
no.
watch it? No.
Have you still haven't watched them yet?
You know
Well,
he's
now I
not
have
going
3
to.
potential movies.
God, don't make me watch the other ones. Just want to watch the
No,
first
no.
It'll be one movie.
Different franchises. Like,
Okay.
my initial pick was one you.
Every week's a John Wick film.
I'm like, please stop.
That would be every 4 weeks.
Oh.
So there's a good space between
And then
that.
nobody for the 5th week.
No.
True.
You had just watched that one, so I didn't even think about that one actually.
I was like, it's enjoyable. I do think that if you make him watch Nobody before John Wick, he's going to hate John Wick.
No, John Wick's number 1.
Like if we do make him watch John Wick, do not make him watch Nobody first. Because I don't think that's... Because it's basically the same thing, just not executed as cleanly, and I think it might ruin a lot of...
One movie that I had, or actually 2 movies that I have in mind came out in 2020. And then John Wick obviously would be another movie on my list, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see
What was
what I
the other
pick.
one?
I know Gavin saw The Gentleman, but I think
Oh, that's right.
I did see it. I love it.
well, at least the last half.
I'm missing like 15 minutes somewhere in the middle.
Okay. So you still haven't had this.
Well, you've got a week to make up your mind on what you're going to go with. So this week's will be Little Monsters.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max. Which, if you don't have, I can give you.
Which
I have.
we can watch as a group again.
Yeah. Try to do it earlier in the day.
Yeah,
Well,
let's do it earlier. And
if
we
we
will have
record-
2 things. So
Well, and if we record Sunday,
we'll have
so
to do
we
it
can do it like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
can
record it for it. So, okay.
movie, bookie,
Movie,
week 2.
bookie.
Little
Done.
Monsters.
Little Monsters.
Little
Movie
Monsters.
bookie with Howie Mandel.
Oh boy.
Aaron's like, this is
And
fucking
Fred
fun.
Savage.
Yeah, Little Monsters is a great movie.
It is.
I
It
haven't
is.
seen that movie in years.
I have not seen that in
So it'd
years.
be cool to rewatch it.
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
it used to be one of my Halloween movies.
Yeah, it's a little dark. Not like dark in the content, like
Yeah.
the lighting is a little dark. I will say
it's
that.
very dark.
So warning
Yay.
there. You can tell what's happening, but sometimes you're like, where the fuck are
It's not Game of Thrones season 8 dark.
Oh,
so you
okay.
can see the screen.
Yeah, you
still.
can see what's going on, but sometimes you're just like, where the fuck are they right now?
You got anything else?
No, I think that about wraps it up.
All right.
What
so-
about Snow White and the 7 mystical creatures?
I don't even care what Peter Dinklage is doing right now.
So stay tuned next week. Hopefully we'll see at least one of the 2 movies that's coming out. Hopefully both of them if we have all
Hopefully.
weekend to do it.
Oh
so,
yeah. We'll hit one on Thursday, one on Friday, or something like that.
Yeah. Little Monsters movie bookie. We'll have more news next week and outside
Our
of that,
reactions to a Halo trailer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of that, like I said at the beginning, if you stayed all the way through, you guys must have enjoyed something. Whether it was Zach's feed or just one of us talking.
They're covering up today.
But if you like, comment, and subscribe, that would be great. We appreciate anybody that watches these. Thank you
And
so
share.
much.
And if you really like our stuff, after you like and subscribe, share. Show your friends.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Get us
just
out there.
Throw us on Twitter. I mean, it's a lawless land, but just post a tweet on Twitter. Someone will see it.
Oh, yeah.
I do it every once in a while.
And we are on Twitter, SplitScreeners_ on Twitter. We are on TikTok as well at the SplitScreeners podcast.
We need to start doing stuff on that.
Yeah, we're gonna start putting stuff.
I have a lot of stuff saved.
So, yeah, and stay tuned. This will be one of 3 episodes this week, and we will be back next week. So, thank you to everybody watching, and it is time to
split.